Picture this. You're sitting across from your spouse at your favorite restaurant. They're telling you something important. Their lips are moving, but all you hear is a jumbled mess of sounds mixed with clinking plates and background chatter. So you do what millions of people do every single day. You smile, nod, and pretend you heard every word. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. And if you think this is just part of getting older, I have some shocking news for you. What I'm about to share could change how you experience every conversation for the rest of your life. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, you'll discover the real reason why restaurants have become your hearing nightmare. And more importantly, what you can do about it starting today. Now, before we dive deep, let me ask you something. When was the last time you truly enjoyed a dinner conversation without straining to hear? When did you last feel confident asking, "What did you say?" for the third time? For most people over 45, the answer is they can't remember. Here's what's really happening. You've been told this is normal aging. You've been told your hair cells are dying and there's nothing you can do about it except wait for it to get worse and eventually get hearing aids. But what if I told you that's only part of the story? The truth is, what's happening in that noisy restaurant isn't just about your ears. It's about something much more complex, something your doctor probably never explained to you. It's called auditory processing, and it depends on 3 critical factors that have nothing to do with the age of your hair cells. First factor, blood circulation to your inner ear. Think about it this way. Your inner ear has some of the smallest blood vessels in your entire body. These tiny vessels need to deliver oxygen and nutrients to the delicate structures responsible for hearing. But here's the problem. As we age, and especially if you have inflammation in your body, these vessels can become restricted. When blood flow decreases, your inner ear literally starves. The hair cells don't get the nutrients they need, and more importantly, the neural pathways that process sound start to slow down. This is why you can hear someone talking, but your brain struggles to separate their voice from the background noise. Second factor, your brain's processing speed. Here's something that will blow your mind. Hearing isn't just about your ears. It's about your brain's ability to process and interpret sound in real time. In a quiet room, your brain can easily focus on one voice. But in a restaurant, your brain has to work overtime to filter out dozens of competing sounds. When your neural pathways are inflamed or not getting proper nutrition, this processing slows down. It's like having a computer that's running too many programs at once. Everything gets sluggish. Your brain receives the sound, but it takes longer to make sense of it. By the time you've processed one word, the person has already moved on to the next sentence. Third factor, oxidative stress in your auditory system. This is the big one that nobody talks about. Every day, your ears are bombarded by free radicals, unstable molecules that damage cells. Think of them as tiny hammers constantly hitting your delicate hearing structures. Where do these free radicals come from? Stress, poor diet, environmental toxins, even the medications you might be taking. Over time, this oxidative damage accumulates, making your entire auditory system less efficient. It's not that your hearing is gone, it's that your system is overwhelmed and struggling to function optimally. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Scientists have discovered that certain natural compounds can actually address all 3 of these factors simultaneously. I'm talking about specific plant-based nutrients that can improve blood circulation, support neural processing, and fight oxidative stress. For example, there's a compound found in grape seeds that's been shown to protect the delicate blood vessels in your inner ear. Green tea extract has been proven to improve blood flow specifically to auditory structures. And certain root extracts can actually help your brain process sound more efficiently. But here's the catch, and this is crucial. You need these nutrients in the right combination and the right concentration to see real results. You can't just eat a handful of grapes or drink green tea and expect miracles. The research shows that therapeutic levels of these compounds, taken consistently, can make a dramatic difference in how well you hear in challenging environments. I've seen people who couldn't follow conversations in restaurants suddenly able to hear every word clearly. People who were considering hearing aids discovering they don't need them yet. People who had given up on social situations becoming the life of the party again. And the best part? This isn't about masking the problem or amplifying sound like hearing aids do. This is about actually supporting your auditory system's natural ability to function optimally. It's about giving your ears and brain the nutritional support they need to do their job effectively. Think about it this way. If your car's engine wasn't running smoothly, you wouldn't just turn up the radio to mask the noise. You'd fix the engine. That's exactly what we're talking about here. Supporting your auditory system at the root level. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds too good to be true. And I understand that skepticism because you've probably been disappointed before. Maybe you've tried other supplements that didn't work. Maybe you've been told by doctors that nothing can be done. But here's the difference. The research I'm talking about isn't theoretical. It's based on real clinical studies with real people who experienced real improvements in their hearing ability. We're talking about peer-reviewed research from institutions like Georgetown University and the National Institute on Deafness. The key is understanding that hearing loss isn't always permanent damage. Sometimes it's just a system that needs support. Sometimes it's circulation that needs to be improved. Sometimes it's inflammation that needs to be reduced. And when you address these root causes with the right nutrients in the right amounts, remarkable things can happen. I'm not saying everyone will experience the same results, but the potential is there, and it's backed by solid science. So where does this leave you? You have a choice to make. You can continue accepting that restaurants are just too loud, that you'll never enjoy conversations the way you used to. You can resign yourself to constantly asking people to repeat themselves, to missing out on the subtle jokes and intimate moments that make social gatherings special. Or you can take action based on what you've learned today. You can give your auditory system the nutritional support it's been craving. You can see if addressing circulation, processing speed, and oxidative stress makes a difference in your life. Now, I want to be completely transparent with you. I've spent years researching this topic because hearing loss runs in my family, and I was determined to find a better solution than just accepting decline or relying on hearing aids. In the description below this video, I've put together a comprehensive resource that goes much deeper into the science I've shared today. You'll find links to the actual studies I mentioned, detailed information about the specific nutrients that support auditory health, and guidance on what therapeutic levels actually mean. More importantly, I've found a formula that combines all of these research-backed ingredients in the exact ratios used in the clinical studies. It's not something I created. It's based purely on the published research from leading institutions. This isn't about selling you something you don't need. This is about giving you access to the same nutritional support that study participants use to achieve remarkable improvements in their hearing ability. The same compounds that help people go from struggling in restaurants to confidently participating in conversations again. Here's what I suggest. Take a look at the information I've compiled. Read the studies for yourself. See if this approach makes sense for your situation. And if you decide you want to try supporting your auditory system naturally, you'll have all the information you need to make an informed decision. Remember, this isn't about age. It's about giving your body what it needs to function optimally. The same way you might take vitamins for your heart or your bones, you can support your hearing health with targeted nutrition. Our hearing doesn't have to get worse every year. Those restaurant conversations don't have to be a source of stress and embarrassment. There is another way, and it starts with understanding what your auditory system really needs to thrive. Check out the information in the description. Your ears and your loved ones will thank you for it. And if this video helped you understand your hearing challenges in a new way, please share it with someone who might benefit. Together, we can help more people discover that hearing loss doesn't have to be inevitable. The choice is yours. You can accept decline, or you can support your body's natural ability to hear clearly. What will you choose?